Often when a pleasant event occurs, people call it a coincidence. This is mostly said when one suddenly meets someone with whom one has a desire to meet. But I call it fate. It is fate that makes everything happen. We have no control. Whatever has to happen, happens. Understand that everything is already predetermined, so do not feel regret or guilt about anything. As the Bible says, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. When fate decides everything, one should not live with guilt towards destiny. She often blames herself. She also thinks very badly about herself. What is destiny doing? Stop your steps. It's fine, since this is fate. She will live openly and be happy too, because not everyone gets so much love. When someone understands you and in some way does not judge you and just patiently listens to you, what else can be greater than this? Especially when you are surrounded by all kinds of troubles. Not everyone has the ability to understand others, give them the right advice, or give them a chance to vent their heart. But Michael has all these qualities. It was definitely a love at first sight case for Emily, but the more she got to know Michael, the deeper her love for him grew. She just couldn't say it, and when it became difficult to keep this realization in her mind, when her heart started tormenting her, she said it. But where was she going to say it? There was hesitation in her mind even then. Michael had asked her himself. When Emily called Michael and told him that she wanted to meet him, he had also asked what the matter was. They had met at the downtown because both their offices were on the way there. There was a crowd around. She was in her car and he was in his car. Seeing an empty spot, they both stopped there. Even then, she couldn't properly tell Michael. Michael had asked, "Is it a case of infatuation?" Emily had said, "I'm not infatuated, I love you." "Why didn't you say it earlier?" "Now I'm already married." "I didn't have the courage." "But you didn't understand either." "I was afraid that if I said it, I might even lose your friendship." "Why were you afraid? What was the hesitation about?" "You should have said it once." "Because I thought I wasn't good enough." Jessica had understood the feelings rising in my heart for you. She had said, "You are not beautiful. Why will Michael like you or marry you?" Jessica, the same senior who was in our art class. What can I say about her mindset, but how did you believe it? I don't make judgments about anyone's beauty. By the way, who said you're not beautiful? What does looks have to do with beauty? Inner beauty matters, and I know your heart is very beautiful, Emily. You used to appeal to me, you still do. Then why couldn't you understand? Didn't you ever see love for you in my eyes? Emily's eyes filled with tears. I did see it, but your silence made me think it was my delusion. Then one day Samantha told me that she wants to marry me. We grew up in the same town. I said yes. It was only after seeing Samantha that I gathered the courage to tell you. I'm better than her in every way. Now what's the use of all these things, Emily? You're too innocent. What can be done now? I have to go to the office, and you also go to the office and forget me. I can understand that it won't be easy to forget, but you can at least try. Is forgetting easy? Emily often thinks. Then something happened that once again plunged her life into dilemma. It forced her to think whether she should consider it a sign of fate. Those people also shifted to the area where Michael lived. His house was just a short distance away, and Michael had to pass through the same route where Emily's house was. The route to the office was also the same for both of them. Meetings would happen on the way. They would stop for a while and talk. Michael would meet her so that he could make her understand that she should forget him and marry someone else. But Emily loves him madly. Michael soon realized this. Many times he changed his route, didn't answer her calls, but she stubbornly kept parking her car in front of his truck. Michael gave up in front of her love. Now they meet. Losing themselves in each other's arms, they forget everything, and she often gets filled with guilt. Guilt of entering the life of a married man. I've created a commotion in your life, haven't I? Don't think too much, Emily. Many things are beyond our control. Fate had to bring us together, so it did. Anyway, Samantha has her own separate world. She is of a very carefree nature. She is mostly busy with parties, outings, and shopping. She rarely stays at home. My mother-in-law takes care of the whole house. I never fall short of giving Samantha what she wants, but I couldn't develop love for her. Am I not the reason for this? Years ago, when I was on a business trip to Denver, I visited this old psychic at the suggestion of a coworker. He took one look at my palm and told me that someone very special would come into my life and fill me with a love deeper than anything I could imagine. At the time, I just brushed it off, since I wasn't even married yet. But now I realize that he must have been talking about you, Emily. Fate itself has bound us together. So you also believe in fate? Call it whatever you want, but I'll definitely say one thing, that now I won't be able to give you anything. What will you get by loving a married man? You might have expectations from me, but no matter how Samantha is, I want to remain committed to her. I'm not keeping any expectations from you. Can't you at least be my friend? I just need some of your time. How much time can I give you? I can't even promise to meet you every day. Can't you give me at least a piece of your time? That's enough for me. Just because I love you, it doesn't mean I want to imprison you. And you yourself said that no one's writ runs before fate. And don't ask me to forget you. I won't be able to do that. Michael had firmly held Emily's hand.